And there's something about Tale of Two Cities, which is that, you know, I read it as a teenager and it would take you like 11 or 12 hours to read through that book, but how in the process of reading that book you get this kind of knowledge of characters and this kind of interest in them, so that when you get to the end of that story, I'm super invested in them, and I found myself really kind of emotionally twisted by what happened to them. And then I was like, can we do that on stage? Can we do something similar on stage? There's something about the difficulty of putting Dickens on stage. Yeah, the way he tells stories and the way these kind of famous Dickensian coincidences interweave and overlap. And so there's a challenge there which I feel drawn to. 𝙏𝙬𝙤. So the premise of the piece is that she's now late 20s and she's making a documentary about her family to understand what happened. So the piece, the show is basically her trying to dig into these questions and understand what happened to her. But in the process of her doing that, what we're really watching is a family dynamic and dysfunctionality and the usual, no, not the usual. It's not the usual. Well, yeah, it's still essentially a piece of theatre, and words and this idea of storytelling are that's the main thing, and then the movement and the cameras and these other elements are kind of hooked onto that. 𝙏𝙬𝙤, who is this kind of underwritten woman in white figure, and as I looked at that, I was like, but what's going on for her? Like, and that's really what's happening in this piece. It's like this kind of looking back and going, what actually happened? And is this story that we've told ourselves true? Did it really happen? It's a looking backwards to understand going forwards, something like that.